Hi everyone, welcome to this reading. Yes, you are at a handheld reading with me. They're trying to do this in the most quiet place that I can find, away from the dogs. They're driving me crazy today, and we're going to see what comes out. Let's go ahead and let's go. Members, you will have a reading from me later this evening. So, okay, let's go ahead and get into this. Now, I'm just going to cut this deck. Yeah, we'll use this one. This one feels right. We're on the dog bed, by the way. I just washed it. I thought it was cute, so we're using it. Let's see. Okay, so the first card out is the Empress. I think there's someone, whoever this message is for, whatever collective this is going to be speaking to, there's this grand unfolding of our energy and our identity and who we've become. You may be right now focused on something having to do with beautification, whether it's your environment or yourself, maybe even like going and buying a new wardrobe. I don't know why that's coming through, but it is. And so there's something here about this sort of lavish, abundant energy that someone is experiencing inside their life. That doesn't mean they have to be, making bank or anything like that. It just means that there's something about truly nurturing yourself, like really, really taking care of yourself. And this is starting to affect someone's energy in a very positive way. Okay, we have the Ace of Swords. It seems to be cutting through some element that maybe we've held on to for a very long time inside of our lives. I feel like whatever this Ace of Swords is representing, it's a little bit like some sort of clarity or truth is being established because of the self-care that we're practicing at this time. And when we have this Ace of Swords, this is also a penetrating energy. So whoever's message this is, you may be noticing that you're turning heads a little bit more. People are noticing you just a little bit more. Okay, and then we have the Death card. This is a transformation. One of the things that's happening here is I'm seeing that these old residual energies are really, really being put to rest. And that kind of came out in one of the last readings that I did. And as this is taking place, as someone is really kind of lavishing themselves. I don't know why that's the way it's coming through, but it is. So that might be how someone is feeling right now. This is an energy that's truly transforming them from almost the inside out. It's like you may be focusing on the outward, but it's really something internal that's starting to shift, and it's transforming in very deep ways. I just saw 333 as I looked down. Okay. Let's go ahead. We're going to cut this deck. Lay 3 more cards. We have the Page of Pentacles. I do think that one of the things that whoever this message is for that you're trying to do is you're trying to nurture that inner child. There are things that your inner child is now ready to kind of give as it's receiving from you. And part of this giving is maybe drawing you or drawing in different circumstances, different people, different situations than what you've previously experienced. And it's almost like a code somewhere deep inside has been changed. And as that code changes, so do the small areas of your reality that all coalesce together to make something unique and make your experience. So your experience is beginning to change just a little bit. I'm having a hard time finding the words to express this process I'm noticing. So this may be something that's a little bit complicated for somebody, or it was extremely complicated to arrive at. That's how I'm feeling. It took a long time for someone to arrive at. Okay. Here we have the Eight of Pentacles. There was a lot of work. Whoever this message is for, you did a lot of clearing away of things with the combination of that Ace of Swords and this Eight of Pentacles. I do see this Eight of Pentacles as being particularly studious. So someone, you may be working on your routines. You may be working on certain habits, especially, we're doing that over on the High Priestess tier. And I think that someone has had to learn a lot. So you may have read a lot in terms of how to heal particular aspects of self. You may have learned a lot in terms of meditational practices, different self-care routines. I don't think that self-care is something that was really inherent in someone's skill set. I think it's something that whoever this message is for, you really had to learn. You really had to learn about it. You may not have known how to take care of yourself. You may not have known, simple things like skincare or whatever it is that you're working on. You really had to go in and learn all about it before you were able to start, because these were things that just didn't come naturally to you. They weren't taught to you, and you were never shown to value these things. Okay, one last card. Ace of Cups. This is a transformation on a very deep emotional level that's taking place here, and I love this Eight of Cups card because we have these little creatures here that are sitting inside the little handles, and all these little creatures, and some of them you don't even know if they're actually creatures or if they're just little cups. And I feel like as somebody has dug through and somebody has transformed these emotions, they've really realized that it's not just the inner child that they've been working at. There's been other aspects of self that they've had to come into partnership and really gotten to know in order to make this work together. Someone has also been on this journey of really learning to, because this is sitting opposite of the Empress, of really learning to nurture parts of themselves that maybe they never really liked. So for example, if you're somebody that always struggled with your appearance, you had to learn to like your appearance rather than always trying to change it. What we resist tends to persist in some way. So this is, maybe somebody who you feel that you can't focus, and maybe you've learned to work with that rather than berating yourself for it, right? There's something here inside of this cup, and notice how big the cup is. Someone may have initially thought, yeah, I'm going to do some healing work. It'll take me a couple of years. And it just took quite a bit longer because you started to realize just how deep the cup actually runs. And most people, they think it's a thimble. And when they get into it, they realize it's an ocean. And but there's this beautiful transformation that's now starting to take place because of someone's work. Let's see. Okay, I'm being told to take two more from here. We have the Four of Wands, and then we have the Five of Wands. Yeah. So deep in the foundational level, there were some things that were conflictual with our actual desires. Most people, they want to have a happy life, but then they do things that cause them to not have a happy life, whether it is pick fights without realizing they're picking fights, or, get involved in situations because they think that it's a safe situation because they don't know any better. List goes on, right? There's all sorts of reasons. But whatever it is that we had a conflict with on this very deep foundational level, it does look like we're gaining success over that here. We have the Six of Wands showing up next. And I do think that someone is still in the process of revisiting past themes at this time. And again, like I said, it's that Ace of Wands, it's that Ace of Swords showing up. It's that final clearing out. That doesn't mean that your work is done and you'll never have to do it again. We're human beings. We're constantly evolving and sponging in our experiences. And there's new things constantly emerging. But you're going to find the things that really held you down and prevented you from having that happy life are the things that are beginning to be recoded now. Again, we start off the reading with these two cards, and there's no better pair for a reading like this that I could possibly think of to be starting the reading. So, we have the mother and we have the child. We have the present self going back and nurturing that past self. And the past self is that what holds the key for the entire program, right? The entire lifetime. And I see that there's like this beautiful solar energy that's sitting on top of it as well. There's some sort of illumination that has recently happened for somebody in terms of this sort of recoding or reworking that's taking place. It's like whoever's message this is, like, this is probably not for you if you don't know about any of this. This is definitely a reading that's kind of confirming things to somebody. It almost feels like someone is seeing the clouds break or the clouds shift or the energy shift, and this is just coming through to like confirm that for you. So I'm gonna leave this here. Whoever's message this is, I hope this resonates with you, and until next time.